My Sunfish friends and I all headed out to Shelter Island on July 15th of 2023 for the longest sunfish race in the world, and we had the time of our lives. Okay, finally got my video working. This is the Shelter Island Regatta. This is amazing. At the very beginning of the race, I had my suction cup GoPro mount on the boat, and I was about to start playing after I got a pretty good start, and all of a sudden I couldn't get it to switch from photo to video mode, and the suction cup mount came off, and so my GoPro was flying across the boat. So now that we are in a calm downwind section of the race, I've been able to reattach the GoPro to my surf mount. It may not have as great of a view as it would have had from the suction mount because I was high. But I'm hoping some footage can be captured like this. I also had to install it while sailing, so without losing too much headway, because I'm already doing pretty badly. It's a bad start because of the problem that I just explained. So here we go. Okay, we're now approaching a Narrows where the ferries come through, and I will tell you, it is painfully light. I'm grateful for the fact that we have nice weather. It's not raining or storming, which this whole summer has been terrible for that, but I really was anticipating more wind than this, and this is just absolutely painful. It's beautiful, but I just would love if it would just kick up to 12 or 13 right now, just below my boat, especially with the bad start that I got due to the GoPro practically falling off my boat. I'm around this little point, and I feel like I barely can make it without tacking, but I might have to. I'm really hoping I would get lifted up to it, and I've been slowly being lifted up to it the whole time. Those boats ahead of me look like they're making it, but really rather not have to tack. I really wish about 10-15 knots would come blowing in right now. Oh wow. Okay. I'm around this little point now. Start letting out my sail a little bit, coming down. I'm pretty clear of all the shit. That's the wave. Up there. Okay. Roll, bring the bed down, and sail all the way out, and the waves up. Okay. We're in some big waves. Coming around this point. It's not very pleasant. Sail out. You filming in 360? I hope so. Just very cool. And because this is so cool. Okay, so beautiful boat with the spinnaker. I'm definitely by the lee. I'm going pretty fast, so I'm going to stay like this for a while. We are over halfway around the island. We just passed the little south eastmost point. Now coming back up, I pretty much have a sea breeze now. I haven't eaten any of my food yet. We're still going downwind. It's become very, very light. I ate a bagel. All the cheese snacks that I brought are just melted into this disgusting mush, but I did have a disgusting mush of provolone and salami. That was helpful. I finished almost my first water bottle. Pretty thirsty. Probably need to open up another one. I lost a couple of boats while I was eating and putting on my sunscreen, but I felt like I had to eat and put on sunscreen and drink water in order to survive. It was a lot of fun. I just really, really wish it was just a little bit windier. The prediction was much more wind than this. I'm just happy it's sunny and it's not stormed out, but I wish it was just a little bit windier. Maybe it'll pick up. We're not quite 2/3 of the way done. I see Justin way up there. He's definitely has my lens. We're not trying to go up this area. It's a little better. I actually feel a little wind now in my face. On a broad reach. It's kind of coming over the back of my right cheek. It's a little better. There's going to be a pretty big wind shadow. So I don't necessarily want to be like right up against the land. And those boats right up against the land look to be doing pretty well right now, but I don't. I see Justin and Colin are right ahead of me. There's Colin right ahead of me. Justin's ahead of Colin. I do think I got better wind by going further out. There's lots of oscillating between kind of like broad and beam here. It's good reaching practice and telltale. I've just been plastered eyes on the telltales this entire time. At this point, it's just upwind sailing, and it was a lot of beating to windward. This is the last 7 minutes of it, and feel free to fast forward through a large portion of this because it's just me tacking up and hiking out. I was definitely overpowered. You can't really hear the audio very well. There were some points where I got really fatigued because this went on for about an hour. This is only about the last 7 minutes of it. But I kept having to remind myself just how much I love sailing my Sunfish and how it's just the happiest place for me. And I was just trying to covet every moment while trying to continue to use my whole body to keep the boat flat. I only weigh about 140 pounds, and I was definitely falling off and losing my pointing compared to some of the other boats in front of me, but I kept going, and it was truly amazing. At this point, I really needed a Gens rig or a gust adjust, and I need to work on getting that set up. Upwind sailing is definitely my biggest weakness, and I'm working hard to try to get better at it. I remember at this point thinking, oh my God, I'm so close. It can't be that much further. I mean, I couldn't actually see the finish line, but I knew it had to be there soon. I was really getting tired, but I kept reminding myself just how happy I was sailing a Sunfish and how lucky I was to be able to have this opportunity and this experience. And I was still trying to covet every moment, but I was definitely getting ready to be done. At this point, I can see the finish line, and it's right there. And it was so hard to tack up to it. I kept thinking I was going to make it, and then I had to tack again. It was so frustrating, but I was so excited. There's the committee boat, and there is the mark. I just had to go right between those 2 points. Right now I am finishing. They didn't blow a horn, but I crossed the line, and I was just so happy. Watch Mike finish. Here I'm watching my friend Marcus finish. Yay, Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus!
Now I'm watching my husband Mike finish and cheering him on. Yay, Mike.
Good job, Mike!
Now it was time to sail over to Marcus and Yolanda's boat, where Sarah and Emery were visiting them, and Sarah and Emery and Yolanda were watching the race. They were going to give me a beer, so I sailed up to get the beer, but accidentally capsized because the main sheet got caught around my ankle. Oops! I made it through the whole race without capsizing, but then I guess I was just fatigued, and I was really excited for my beer after that whole 26-mile race. I demonstrated my excellent righting of a capsize, and then I swam my boat over to the back of their boat, and they rewarded me with a nice cold Pilsner, which I enjoyed immediately. It truly was an amazing day, a great race with great friends, a wonderful experience, and we met lots of great Sunfish sailors and old-timers, and it was just a beautiful thing, and we will plan to do it again and again and again. Thank you for watching.